What's up, folks? I want to talk about Hell in a Cell for a second. I know the pay-per-view is coming up. It seems that WWE is trying to follow in the footsteps of TNA a little bit because since TNA has their lockdown pay-per-view, WWE is going to have their Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. But here's the difference is all the matches in lockdown were in the cage, and you're only probably going to see three matches in the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Um, what I disagree with is that in a, I don't know if you could live up to past Hell in a Cell matches. I know in '97 there was a bar set by Undertaker and Shawn Michaels that that people are like, you know, this is one of the best cage matches I've ever seen. And, you know, they were like, how can you top that? And then came Undertaker and Mankind. And Mick Foley, thank God he's still alive, after that night because he, you know, fell off the top, fell through it, fell on thumbtacks, suffered probably internal bleeding, multiple concussions, a separated shoulder, a bruised kidney, all those things that Mick Foley suffered just to take the mystique of Hell in a Cell to the next level and to tell the audience, like, this match is dangerous. People who get in this match will not leave the same. And it proves to be that, as those matches came and went, you know. But in this TV PG rated WWE that we're seeing, it can get brutal, but the first thing you think about Hell in a Cell, you think about blood, because only one Hell in a Cell match, and that did not show blood, and that was the Undertaker Edge match. Not to say that match wasn't entertaining, because of how Edge and Undertaker utilized the cell and how many tables and ladders, whatever weapons they used. And that was the first time Undertaker and Edge fought outside of the cell since Triple H and Jericho in 2002. That was the first time that there was a fight outside the cell. So, I mean, it needs to. I mean, I'm not saying that it didn't lose its steam. I mean, Hell in a Cell matches are made for rivalries to end. For the rivalries they had to end. Um, my opinion, this pay per view will lessen the value of what a Hell in a Cell match is because it's one Hell in a Cell match, and you hold it yearly, and you see a rivalry that is pushed so far that you need to put them inside the cell. Example: Triple H, Shawn Michaels. I mean, that rivalry there was built up so much, and it started from 2002. No, 2003. No, it started from 2002. It started from 2002 when Shawn Michaels came back, and then the rivalry started in 2003. Then probably 3 years they were feuding until they had their Hell in a Cell match, which is still in the record books as the longest Hell in a Cell match in WWE history. And it was brutal. It was bloody. It was damn near almost hard to watch because Michaels had a broken hand. You could see the swelling in the hand. It was just insane. But in my opinion, the goriest had to be Undertaker Brock Lesnar, because Undertaker bled and bled and bled. You know, which proves to be the mission statement of the Hell in a Cell match. He who enters will not be the same. Now you have 3 matches, possibly 3 matches in this pay-per-view, you know, and are they going to keep the cell down for all 3 matches? And they should be in order just to keep the cell down. But I mean, it's not a good decision for WWE to lessen the value of a great cage match. You know, have it yearly and have it, not, on occasion. On rare occasions when you have, like I said, a rivalry, a very big rivalry. Now you have this pay-per-view called Hell in a Cell, and, like I said, lessens the effect. It's going to lessen the effect. As I'm thinking about this, like I said, you're probably going to see 3. Right now, 2 have already been made. Legacy versus DX, and John Cena versus Randy Orton. But if they do, which I know they will, make the Undertaker CM Punk Hell in a Cell match, that will be the one I'll be most looking forward to. No disrespect to the other 2 before it, but, Undertaker in a Cell is rare. Not rare, but, for the Undertaker to be in the Hell in a Cell, it's... Some people say it's Triple H's match because he won it a couple of times, but it's originally Undertaker's match because he made it famous. Just because of the damage with Mick Foley. But I'm looking forward to the Punk Undertaker Hell in a Cell match, if and when it's made, because I know Punk could do a hell of a lot, and as much of a heel that he is, he will do a lot in a match like this. I mean, but how much can you do in a PG-rated WWE environment? I mean, that's why I missed the TV-14. TV-14, it was balls out. Anything goes. Now you have to restrict. Everything is restricted. Blood is restricted. Not to get off topic, but I saw the Divas New York video the other day. I mean, I loved it when they put out Diva videos yearly and Diva magazines yearly. I mean, they don't do that anymore. They just scratched it off the list. I mean, yeah, they have pictorials and magazines, but it's not the same. I mean, Divas had their own form. I mean, the Divas had their yearly magazines, the Divas had their yearly DVDs. Now they just scratched that off. I hope they change this rating, because I think most of us, the wrestling fan, miss that rating. Every time I see the TV PG when Raw starts or when the pay-per-view starts, I'm like, great. You can't go far. I mean, like I said, bad idea for a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view in a TV PG WWE environment. I mean, don't expect any blood out of any of these matches. I hope against hope, but who knows? I know I'm talking very random. I don't have stuff written down. Most of the videos I do, I don't write down, points of what to discuss on. It's just off the top of the head. But, I mean, I want to know your opinion. Is the Hell in a Cell, this pay-per-view, dumbing down the Hell in a Cell into what it actually is, a once a year rare match that only great rivalries would be thrown in the match like this? I want to know your opinion. Do you agree that TV-14 needs to be back? I just answered my own question. But, but the first question counts. I mean, is this pay-per-view gonna dumb down the Hell in a Cell? And now you have the Tables, Ladders, and Chairs themed pay-per-view. You can't have much of these, especially Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. can't have these, you know, yeah, once a year, but, you know, people are, I'm just lost for words right now, but, you know, let me know what you think, and, you know, I'd love to hear what you know, say in comments or video responses, please. Your opinion is appreciated. Later.